Ublaloatak, Kanuik Pizzy. Today is Wednesday. What day? All day today, let's be responsible, always try, do our best, cooperate with others, and let's treat everyone with respect, including ourselves. As you know, we have a ball game up and coming this weekend. Our girls basketball team is playing Savunga. Let's take a look at the guidelines, spectator guidelines for all of our basketball events. We just recently made a little change in those, so I want to go over them. First of all, if you're vaccinated, you must show proof of your fully vaccinated status when you come, and you'll need to use a mask. Bring a mask from home. It has to be one that fits well and covers your nose. Provide your proof of vaccination for only one time, and then we'll put you on our list to get in for future events. Proof of vaccination means your vaccination card. Okay, what if you're unvaccinated? Unvaccinated and partially vaccinated people must show a negative COVID test within 72 hours and wear an appropriate well-fitting mask. There are no exceptions. That means you will need proof of a test that's negative, and you can have that on your phone. This is for people who are not vaccinated or might only have one vaccination shot. Now, what if you've traveled? Individuals who've traveled to Nome or beyond within a week prior to the event must also show a negative test within 72 hours. You might be wondering why that's the case. That's happening because of Omicron. There are a lot of Omicron cases in Anchorage, and there are a lot more cases happening in Nome and even a couple villages. So if you've been out there traveling and have been exposed to the new form of the virus, we want to make sure you are tested also. That's for travelers who have been vaccinated or unvaccinated. Spectators must not have symptoms. We'll have a health check right at the entry to talk to you about symptoms. If you feel sick, don't come to that game. Don't worry, there'll be more games. I want to remind you that our gym is small, and the capacity is going to depend on the COVID situation in our community and region. At the present time, we have 0 COVID cases. That's awesome, right? So our capacity will be more. We'll be able to allow more people in. But you still have to meet the guidelines. If you're vaccinated, you have to show proof of fully vaccinated status. If you're unvaccinated or partially vaccinated, you have to have a negative test within 72 hours. If you've traveled to Nome or beyond in the last week, you also need to show a negative test. Don't come if you're sick. You can't have symptoms. And you have to bring your own appropriate, well-fitting mask. This is our first home game, and we don't currently have anything to sell for concessions, but we might be considering options for what we can do in the future. So that means only come if you're actually going to attend the game, and you can follow all those guidelines about negative testing and vaccination. Remember that at ball games, if you come as a spectator, you need to sit in the bleachers and not run around. It won't be an option for kids to run around in the commons during the game. It won't be an option for you to even come into the door unless you have your negative test or are vaccinated. If you're under 10 years old, I'm sorry, you can't come without a parent or an adult that you're going to sit with. So plan ahead if you're coming to the game this weekend. Watch Facebook or ask your parents what time the games are. We don't know what time they are yet because we don't know what time Savunga is coming. It's going to be an exciting weekend. It's our first basketball game of the season. We have 4 more home games, so it's going to be a great season, you guys. Have a good day at school today and a wonderful 4 days off. We have Thursday and Friday off of school, right? So enjoy those 4 days with your family and take care.